Hello, good afternoon, friends. It is Saturday, November 27th, and we're here at the Embassy Suites, Lake Buena Vista South. And what are we here for?
House of Mouse Expo.
Yeah, so this is the first time they've ever done this event.
It's small. Obviously it's the first time, but even for it being small, there's a lot of exciting things going on. More so, it seems like on Sunday than today.
Yeah.
They're getting their footing, you know. But today there is a Hocus Pocus Reunion panel. Then John Ratzenberger,
The guy from Cheers.
The guy from Cheers. And some guy from Twilight. I think he was in The Descendants too, but that's out of my age bracket. What's his name? I don't.
The guy from Twilight.
The guy from Twilight. I think he was a werewolf.
A werewolf?
Yeah. He looks like what's that kid that dated Taylor Swift?
All of them.
No, the one that was in Twilight.
Yes.
That guy.
She dated all of them, didn't she?
She wrote a December song about him. Somebody.
All of them.
So I'm not Googling now. Remind me in the comments. I'm not going to remember to Google later. But yeah. He looks like that guy, but it's not that guy. Taylor Lautner. That's his name.
But he's not here.
He's not here. But the guy who's here kind of looks like him.
So it's Taylor Lautner too.
It's baby Taylor Lautner.
Tuller Lautner.
It's a baby Taylor Lautner. Also don't know what that guy's name is.
We're doing well.
We're
doing
having
very
a great
well.
time.
So come with us while we fumble through this new convention. It actually looks like it's pretty cool. We just did like a quick little walkthrough.
And as you know me, I'm really excited to see all the Disney merch.
Yeah. Let's come with us. Let's check it out. Look what we have here. These guys look awesome for the 501st.
I'd love to see that crossover.
Love it.
So beautiful. And then let me see those eyes. Love it. Perfect. Thank you.
Checking out the show floor here. Okay, it's quite big, actually.
We were just talking about Phantasm and how it was its first year too.
Yeah.
And it was a much smaller floor, so.
It's pretty big.
So one of the things that's really good about a Disney convention, you know, just miles from Walt Disney World, is a lot of the people that live in the area are Disney enthusiasts. So I'm expecting to see some really great art.
Yeah.
And like, you know, Disney crafts that you might not get at other conventions.
Sure. Yeah, having all those people who are like-minded close.
Yeah. And also, it's magical.
So Motley Kingdom, first of all, how freaking cool is this for a display? Yeah, it's the real deal, man.
I love that.
Yeah.
All of their stuff so far has piqued my interest.
Oh, let's do it. You're instigating.
Check out this super awesome Walt shirt.
Guess who's back?
Look at the Country Bears.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Punk rock Country Bears, dude.
It's the Ska Punk Jamboree.
That's so good.
I think I need this.
That's a great shirt.
I'm pretty sure I need to own that.
What's that?
This is really cool stuff.
This Walt one is
Yeah.
1901.
That's pretty fantastic.
So good.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Mickey.
Oh my goodness, I love this.
Yeah, that's a great shirt. Very Area 51. Oh my gosh. Damn, each one gets better.
So good.
Yeah.
I've never seen these guys before.
I've never seen them before, but this is fantastic.
Park hoppers.
This is great art.
Chester and Hester's.
It's so good. Oh, it's pretty tight.
What's
Oh.
I'm renting Park Hopper.
Oh, you know, I love my mansion.
So check out this photo op he has at his booth.
Ooh, it's the Brave Little Toaster, isn't it?
It's so good.
It is so good.
What's a toaster?
And
Here's Johnny.
yeah, we love this. Damn, these are good. Even his stickers. His art is fantastic. And check out the candles.
That's a little big.
Holy moly, these are cool. Oh my gosh. You have the prayers on the back? Oh, dude.
You can't have prayer candles without prayers.
That's so true. Damn, these are great. I love this. So here we have a list of actual celebrities here with photo availability.
So we're about to go on the Hocus Pocus Reunion panel. So everyone knows who the characters are. Binks,
Yep.
Billy, and Ice.
Yeah. It's gonna be pretty awesome. Pretty stoked on
Doug
this
Jones, Jason Marsden.
one. He's dressed like a cat.
He's dressed like a cat.
We saw him walking in the hallway.
He's dressed like a cat.
Yeah, first up, you know him, you love him, Jason Marsden. We could just say thanks, right?
There's X's. There's X's involved.
There are.
One half of our favorite bully duo, Larry Bagby. And the other half of our dynamic duo, Tobias Jelinek. And last but certainly not least, Billy Butcherson himself, Doug Jones. What's it like for all of you to be part of something so special that is that means something to not just the parents who grew up with the film, but now people that are showing it to their kids and how much everyone still loves it. And it seems like the popularity just keeps growing. So what's that like for you?
Tell Larry. Back to you, Jason. I'm happy to start. You know, it's amazing for us to, because it wasn't just nostalgic for y'all, but, you know, us getting together and being together to do these kind of things brings us right back to the feeling we had when we were on set. We were all younger, and Tobias' very first project and one of my first big films, and they're letting us loose there in Boston, Salem, Massachusetts. we didn't know how we got there, but it's just been a gift, and it just continues to grow with the joy that other people feel and the stories they tell us connected to why the movie means so much.
Love you, Ice.
25th anniversary bash happened. That's what really brought it home.
On the Freeform channel.
Yes, on the Freeform channel. And it was the first time we had gotten together in person with Kenny Ortega and the producers, and everyone got together. I remember being backstage, and there were thousands of people who had come. The costumes were amazing, and we really got to see how people were personally affected by it, and just there's so much joy. It was pretty amazing. I remember being backstage, and because Doug's done so many amazing projects, I remember being back there, I was like, do you see this with other films? And it was like, no, this is one of a kind. It's very rare to be a part of something, and it's very much about community. It's a cultural phenomenon. So we have to always treasure those when we're able to connect with some project like this.
We're, as actors, it's a gig. You show up, you're lucky to get the job, you've earned it over, other people that are trying out, and you work hard, and you love it, and sometimes it disappears, and sometimes it lasts. And to think that now y'all are watching it every year habitually, like I watch A Christmas Story, and Christmas blows my mind. So yeah, and we get invited to these fun things, and you find people. It's beyond our expectations. It feels great.
Well, so when I met you, Jason, we had a little bit of a moment because
Scott.
I don't think my husband's in here watching, but so when I met you, in the spring, I believe I embarrassed myself and I said, "Can you talk Banksy to me?" and you were much obliged, and you did.
Yes. I said, you can turn me into a fat, useless, contented house help. technically, I mean, you all recognize, you've seen the movie, you recognize that's not me in the beginning. That's the amazing Sean Murray, who's a friend of mine. And I joke that, like, it's a little weird for me. It's like being invited to a high school reunion even though we went to the high school like one day. Because I came in after they got done shooting, after the film was done. The film was like 80% done. Binks was like 80% animated. And as films happen, producers want to change things. I think Sean was using his own voice. It was decided that, Binks is 300 years old. We should have an old world sort of sound. I tried out for it. I read for it. But part of my gig was to loop it. It was much cheaper to put me behind a mic than put me in the outfit and reshoot everything. So I had to loop not just Binks, but Sean as well. Yeah.
And a lot of people, I was very surprised that a lot of people didn't know that because I'm going to embarrass myself. For the longest time, I didn't realize that because the voiceover that you did,
it's that good.
It was that good. I mean, I was like, there's no way that and then when I talked about it, and I was really surprised. Was there a lot of you that didn't realize that there's you learn something all the time?
Even when in the beginning, when Sean is climbing through the boat to save his sister, and he comes in there, and there's a tight close-up on his face, and he's breathing heavy, and there's a bead of water that's going in and out. That's my breathing. Like, they wouldn't even let him breathe.
I'm sure some of you have heard the story that there were real live moths in my mouth. I don't want to be redundant here, but I'm going to tell it again. When Billy cuts his mouth open, he's been dead for 300 years, he's full of dust and moths. So they were actually live moths. The CG was not what it is now, back in 1993. So they actually had a moth trainer that had these in a cage, and he had to explain to me, moths have to stay very dry or they won't fly. So they had actually fashioned a retainer thing for me to keep in my mouth with a latex sheath to protect the moths from the moisture of my mouth and to protect my mouth from the moths, So once it's all in there, and there was a cup on the roof of my mouth that had 2 holes at the back of it, and it was full of Fuller's Earth, which is a purified dust. So it was all very timed and very, like, one thing had to happen after another. So they had to get the cameras rolling and everything ready to go before they put the moths in. That was the last thing of that moment, because they only had a certain time they could be in there before. Oh gosh! So I had to keep it on forward, like, oh geez. So we get them in there, and then they had to lightly tack my stitches back, and I had to run the knife across them to pop it open. So this is all okay. The last thing was dum 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 dum, and a light burns out. Sparks falling around. No. So we got to get that fixed real quick. So I'm like, I can feel the water table in my mouth rising because there's an intruder in your mouth. Your saliva glands are like, fix it, process. So I could feel it going. Okay, this is going to be bad. So sure enough, we're ready to go and action. This mud comes out, and these moths are like, So, take 2. We reset it, and they behaved so well. The second take, they went flutter, and that was it. We got that in 2 takes. Yeah.
How was that like for you to be, cast for something like a zombie and turn it up to be like everybody's most favorite zombie?
I didn't expect that, but when you have a career that's under lots of rubber bits, as mine is, you play a lot of scary characters because of that. So a zombie, I was thinking, okay. But what made it was so fun going to work every day to play a light and funny, goofy, floppy zombie.
Right.
Before zombies were cool. That was the first. But yeah, right. OG, I was the OG. Yeah. But Kenny Ortega also, our director, wanted Billy to have an appeal to him. So even like the design of how I looked, the pattern, the facial prosthetics that went over me to make me kind of more cheekbony and less cheeky. Less cheeky. If I was in Great Britain, they would have chuckled. It's going great. Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, Kathy Najimy, and I are all back from the first film. And it looks like not a day has passed. I mean, they held up great over the years. Bette Midler's 75 now and still flying on rigs. Yeah. Yes. And looking fantastic. And when I put the Billy Butcherson makeup, and it's my original wig from the first film too. They found it on the thing. And I'm like, oh, here. Right, and the costume, it looks like 3 minutes have passed in the last 29 years. I'm like, wow, my gosh. Yeah, so again, I haven't aged a day, guys. Yeah, and I'm 61 now, so I forgot how energetic Billy was in the first film. He's very, very physically agile, and I'm like not anymore. So it's been great fun to crawl back into his wretched old skin again.
Well, we can't wait to see him back too.
Next October on Disney Plus.
Have to see who Jason gets called in to double. Somebody in there is going to have Jason's voice, just so you know. We don't know yet.
Welcome that, right, Jason?
I like to work, so yeah.
And I just think it's really funny because when you, I don't know if you were watching, but when you went into your biggest voice, the crowd went wild, and I heard squeals, and it's like they loved it.
I mean, I love it as well. And I also worked in a Goofy movie, and I worked with my dad. He's Bill Farmer, who's Goofy, you know. And I love doing cons with him because he's this older guy. No one really knows what the voice of Goofy looks like, really. And they see this older guy behind the table wearing his, Hawaiian shirt, and he'll be on his phone looking at his kids, and they'll look at the picture of Goofy and they'll look up at him, and he'll say, "Wait, you're Goofy," and he'll look at it and they'll go, "Oh, sure I am," and they burst into confetti. I mean, I totally get it. Yes.
We just finished the panel for Hocus Pocus. That was pretty awesome.
It was.
Man. They were really funny.
There was a lot of really fun tidbits.
Yeah.
The Bette Midler and the high heels thing.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I love that.
So I didn't film that, but so apparently they said that there was something in Bette Midler's contract where she had to film her walking in high heels in every movie, and he said if you go back and look at all of her old movies, there's scenes of her walking into rooms and stuff in high heels, and yeah.
You know what? I love that. She's got great legs.
I mean, I guess that's a thing, or a weird foot fetish.
No. She just looks great in heels.
Well,
They also said that she's 75 and still flying around on,
Yeah, Hocus Pocus 2 is going to be crazy,
Yeah,
apparently.
it sounds fun.
So we just stopped in and saw Jessica's buddy.
So John Ratzenberger and I are friends.
Yeah.
Earlier today at the convention, we were in the gift shop, and he was in there by himself buying a yogurt because the restaurant wasn't open. And I looked at the cashier and I said, "Excuse me, miss, do not let this man buy his yogurt. He's a legend." And so we talked to him for a moment, introduced ourselves. He started pulling out his wallet, and I said, "No, you can't do that. I'm going to buy your yogurt for you." So I bought John Ratzenberger a yogurt. And then he said, "Oh, what's your name?" And we introduced ourselves. So then we just went into the autograph room. And I just walked up to him and said, "Hey, real quick, how was your yogurt?" And then we talked a little bit about conventions and stuff, and then us with our beers, and he goes, "Don't lie, you guys are drunks." We got called drunks.
I mean, from the man who hung out at Cheers.
Where everybody knows your name?
For the record, we're not drunks. We just have a babysitter today.
We told him that too. He left. He gets it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We only drink 2 beers.
We only have.
Yeah.
Only 2.
So don't get the wrong idea. All right, so we're about to hop into the John Ratzenberger panel, but we just had our photo with Bill Farmer.
We
Disney legend.
The Disney legend.
Bill Farmer, who is
arguably also a Looney Tunes legend.
Yeah, it's true. That guy's, it's crazy.
But oh my god.
He's Goofy, Pluto.
We are gonna, it could be our thumbnail, or we might link the photo.
Yeah. But yeah, that was awesome.
It was
so funny.
It was one of the highlights.
Hilariously, they accidentally mischarged Jessica. They actually charged her for we just want a selfie. They ended up charging her for an autograph and a selfie, right? So when they went to go do the refund, he snapped into Goofy like that, and he was just like,
well, he said, of course something goofy would happen in his goofy voice.
In the Goofy voice, it was awesome.
Hook yuck.
He was such a nice guy. It was so funny.
It was a really wonderful experience, and he was going through photos on his phone.
Yeah.
And was showing photos of when he got his Disney Legend Award, and then one photo where he purposely blew it up, was going down the line, and telling, you know, here's Bob Iger, here's so-and-so, here's Betty White, here's Robin Williams. And he's just going through this photo. And oh my God.
Yeah, he was awesome.
What a 15-minute conversation with him, and like
He's goofy.
But he's the Disney legend.
He's a legend.
Like he's a legend.
It was awesome.
It was one of the highlights of my day.
Yeah.
Very, very shortly above buying John Ratzenberger a yogurt.
Fair.
I'm sure you all know who Mr. John Ratzenberger is.
Everybody knows his name.
Everybody, right. We all think that he's... We all know him first from Cheers as Cliff Clavin. Right? Which is incredible. But we're here for your Disney stuff, mostly. This is a Disney crowd.
I was in some Pixar movies.
Just one or
a
two?
Couple.
So I'm going to just start off with, first of all, my favorite of you is Ham. Ham is my favorite.
I like ham too. I like bacon better.
At what point in your career how did you become the voice of these Pixar characters that we love? Where did this start? How did it happen?
An audition?
With John Lasseter and Andrew Stanton. 26 years ago.
Are these people you knew, or you went to an audition?
Yeah, they ran Pixar. The Cliffy voice for him when they were rendering him. Hey, yes. And so they just called me.
Okay, so as they're animating him, they already have you in mind.
Correct.
Oh. Did you know this while they were doing it, or did you find out?
I did not know.
Okay, so it's only natural that they contacted you to do it. You are the best one for it.
Well, it makes sense. Because they were rendering and using the mannerisms, you know, the eyebrow going up, you know, so, and I got that off of a cop in my hometown. we had a local policeman. He was the father of a buddy of mine, but he thought he was Dick Tracy. And all for you, younger people, Dick Tracy was a very famous comic detective, you know, and so, but this guy thought he was, you know, like the head of the FBI, but he was a traffic cop. But he'd always say, if I go over with my bicycle, say, hey, Johnny, come here. And I'd have to walk over, go put his arm around my shoulder. He goes, you know, that bicycle here, there's out of code. I goes, what do you mean, out of code? You're supposed to have double reflectors on the, and he would go through this whole litany, and I just had to bite my lip because I'd start laughing. But that's where Cliff came from.
You're like everybody's uncle. Like, we all would love to have you as an uncle. I have that feeling.
I'm a good uncle. Really, I mean, I won't teach your kids how to drink or smoke, but I'm a better grandfather, I think.
How many grandkids do you have?
4. Maybe 1, 2.
One of the voices that you did that I did not actually know until I looked up on Wikipedia, just to make sure I got all the voices, was the Underminer. I didn't know that was you.
I am the Underminer.
That was one of my favorite voices.
Yeah, because I had to put gravel in that voice because the Underminer is always in dirt. So that's where that comes from.
I didn't even think of that.
See, huh?
And I think I read somewhere that you actually loved P.T. Flea.
Yeah, I just love the character because he's so unleashed. He's so avaricious that he'd sell his grandmother for a nickel. It wouldn't bat an eye. Just, you know, flaming death. Today we're gonna make $1 million. And to him, that's all there is. It's you know, his blinders. It's all he sees.
Cliff,
John.
I want to stop you though because I'm learning something. I thought I had a good vocabulary. Avaricious? That's new to me. I like it. Is that what the word?
Yeah, I read a book once. And they have a lot of words in his books.
Avaricious. I'm going to use that one now. The P.T. Flea is avaricious. All right, so you're in the booth doing some of these Pixar voices. I know you've got stories. I need a story. We need a story. Something that happened while you were doing a voice, maybe maybe you didn't agree with something, they didn't agree, or you improv something that they loved? Can you give us something?
Well, no, John Lasseter always said, when I gave them everything they needed, he'd say, okay, let's go through it again and do whatever you want to do. And so, yeah, a lot of my stuff ends up in that. It was the same thing with Cheers.
Do you remember anything that wasn't in the script that you put in that we would remember?
Pixar?
Yeah. Any character.
Yeah, once there was a line, holy moly guacamole, Terre Haute, Indiana. And I remember a guy that I went to school with, he said that and cracked me up. And so I used it. I actually used it on Cheers. A couple of good-looking gals come in, and they had the line written down. And we, whoa, Normie, look at this. And I just went, holy moly guacamole, Terre Haute, Indiana. And I kept that.
Such an iconic.
But there was a lot of that. I just gotta forget, on the spot, you say something, and if the audience laughs, what are they gonna do? Stop it? Say, do it over again? So they keep it, and you just carry on and keep going.
I want to take questions from the audience. Is you okay with that?
You want me to leave?
No.
I actually really don't have a question. I'm gonna make it up as I go.
But I think it's because of the cologne I'm wearing.
Yeah, are you single? Because you got lunch.
Well, I am now.
Well, I don't know. I love ham. My 3-year-old daughter loves
Hey,
ham.
both of you should go out and get a sandwich.
I like bacon beverages. You're right. I don't know. Wall-E is one of my favorite Pixar movies ever. And so how did it feel like working with robots in space?
Do we all hear the question?
Yeah. How did it feel working with robots in space?
You know they're cartoons.
Enlighten me.
Oh yeah, well we had to work with the robots for 2 months. We had to go to a special laboratory.
William Shatner got to go to space with no training, so
William who? Oh, Bill Shatner, sure.
He went with no training.
Well, all you have to do is sit down. I mean, I could do that.
But he did it so many years prior.
He did what?
You did. You went to space with the robots and Edie and,
Oh, that's right, yeah, I did.
Way before you did.
Yeah.
No training. Nothing, just fine.
That's the kind of guy I am.
My job as a moderator tells me to get rid of her now, but I'm enjoying this.
I really had nothing. I was just kind of...
Oh, that was awesome. That was awesome. Thank you.
Thank you for lunch, though.
Thank you for being here.
Oh, shucks.
What are some stories about the cast and crew of Cheers? Who anybody else said?
No. I'm working with them all day. We had no secrets left. No, there was one actor that he was like a semi-regular, show up every now and then. That's what semi-regular means.
Avaricious?
Yeah, he was in the same book. But his name was Paul Wilson. And I just enjoyed his company, start to finish. Maybe one of the smartest people I'd ever met. But could talk on any subject for any length. See, he read the same book. Well, Star Wars, again, I wish I could make something up that's halfway interesting. I was living in London, and got the call, they gave me a part in Star Wars, and I drove to the studio, and somebody goes, okay, the uniform, and Lynn said, go make up, and I'd already had the script, and then the guys, I think they call him director, stand over here and say what you're going to say, and then I went home. So that pretty much wraps it. No, actually, that was pretty close to it. The thing that always fascinated me was the construction of the sets, because it was it looked like it was miles away, but it was truly just like the other side of this room. But the way they had graduated down declining size, it looked like it was miles away. And I was just fascinated by that, how they did that. But actually, one director, Clint Eastwood, I worked with Clint Eastwood, and he literally said, "All right, John, come in here, stand here, say whatever you're gonna say, and go out there." I said, "That's it?" He goes, "Yeah." So, okay, action. Okay, cut, print, moving on. If I was that big of a deal, they'd give me stuff for free.
You got lunch. She bought you lunch.
Well, yeah.
So it started.
But no, I mean, if out there, if I'm buying a car or something.
I'm not with you all the time. I'm sorry.
Next time.
You can hire me as your assistant. I'll buy you lunch all the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll meet you. My next stop is Boston.
Heard. I like witches.
Huh?
I like witches.
No, it's
Salem.
Salem.
Yeah. But it's right by Boston, right?
You're gonna have to get a geography.
I read the same book.
Oh, hurry. Oh, the lunch lady again. Okay.
Did you see the guy that looks like Ted Danson outside? Somebody else has had to have seen him, right? Because I did a double take, yes. There's a guy that looks exactly like Ted Danson.
That is Ted.
It is, well, I asked him and he said no.
There's also a Stan Lee walking around.
Oh, he's perfect, yes. I just wanted to know if you saw him.
No, that's Ted. He lost a bet to me.
Oh, okay, perfect.
So he's got to follow me around.
Touche, fair.
I have to tell you, this was
I'm good at it.
absolutely incredible for me to be up here. Thank you. John Ratzenberger.
Yeah!
Nice odor.
Nice odor.
Thank you.
Thank you, John.
We just finished the panel, John Ratzenberger. That man is himself.
He's so dry. He's so hilarious.
Yeah.
I am also lunch lady.
The lunch lady, Jessica, she had a lot of airtime on that one.
I did. We're already friends. I was comfortable.
That was a funny man. And like, yeah, you saw it.
It happened. He made me laugh. He made me belly laugh.
It was really funny.
It was really nice to be in a panel that small, that you had a little bit of like more interaction.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Because we're used to going to like megacons and stuff like that, where things are so huge.
Yeah,
and there's so many
one out of
people.
1,000. Right. Yeah.
This was a very intimate setting.
For sure. Yeah,
it was
absolutely.
fun.
It was really cool. All right, let's see what else this con has around. So here's something that's a bit familiar. First of all, let's start at the back. Check out my license plate.
How's my driving?
It's great.
Wait. Come here. Before you roll around.
Oh my gosh. I would have missed that.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I heard them say it.
That's fantastic. That is a full Pizza Planet vehicle. That is so awesome.
It should be Buzz on the front with a seatbelt on though, because there's no restraints in the cargo area.
That's true. Still pretty freaking cool though. Pizza Planet keychain. Oh yeah.
The shifter.
So Cocktails and Screams is here too, with this awesome photo op. This is so cool. This is definitely one of the places that are on our list of places to visit. We gotta get out there soon, the Cocktails and Screams. All right, well that is it for us tonight here at the House of the Mouse Expo. First year. Yeah, it was actually really, really fun.
It was so small. Obviously, it's the first time they've done this, but as I was telling Kendall before we even started recording this, like, it wasn't that they had small guests. It wasn't, the people were people. Like, they were good people.
They were good guests, yeah.
And we had the best time.
Yeah, we did.
Literally, probably one of the better, smaller conventions that we've been to in the last year.
It was super fun. And I would imagine this is only gonna get bigger.
It has to.
Yeah, it was really good.
Right down the street from Disney World. I mean,
you can't beat it. And it was cheap. Like, it was a good convention.
It was.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw 2 Disney legends today. Well, one's a real Disney legend. The other one was Tinkerbell.
Yeah.
The model for Tinkerbell, and she's adorable.
Yeah.
And 112 years old, but she's adorable.
Yeah. It was a great time. So thank you for watching the video. Please hit the subscribe and like this video if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell, which Jessica is pointing to right now. Thank you for watching. We'll see you real soon.